I think Happy in the BMW P6, he's set in the first lap of the session, 1:16.8. So I think that's too good of a lap time from him, as Pedro goes a second quicker. So that's more like the pace we want to see.
And so Sot right now is going to put in a fast third sector, but I think he invalidated that lap. So anyway, so Ryan going to go to second with a 1:15.8, Crackdev with a 1:16.1. Basketic with a 1:16.6, and there we go, Zyro with a 1:16.4. So the lap times are tumbling down for sure. And now into the S section he goes. Now Dungeon, he needs to put in a good lap time here. Obviously now he has a 26.1 first sector. Now in the second sector he will have to put up a time, but Thax is actually ahead here. But Dungeon Fanatics puts in a 28.0 in the second sector, so he's going really quick in this qualifying session. But as we come around the final corner, Thax is gonna go to first. Provisional pole for him, 1:15.5. But what can Dungeon Fanatics do as he comes down the main straight now? He sets the 1:15.596, 100th off.
Yeah, and Sod 85 in the second half is rounding out the second sector. And he's a fair bit off in the second sector, 3/10 down on his teammate Dungeon, but heading into the stadium section, riding the curves quite nicely and into the penultimate corner. Don't hit the barrier on the inside, and we're experiencing a lot of lag. Just saw him freeze for a second, but he's going to head up to the line now. Can he get ahead of his teammate? And it's only P6, a 16.0. Yeah, Ray in P4. Ray in P4, yeah. Unexpected performance from him. He's only been scoring minor points the last few races. I think P11 is like his highest finish, but he's currently sitting in P4. Let's see what he can do on this lap, and he goes up to P3 ahead of Pedro. Excellent lap from the V-Cup.
Thax, however, is the main guy that we're looking at. 25.8 first sector just to start this lap off. He's trying to go and put that Ferrari onto pole. He wants that pole to be scarlet red. And as we move into the next few, the last section of the S's, now out of that, the S section, now onto the back straight before the stadium section. Here we go. Now breaking at about the 80 meter board. We're lagging pretty badly. And now into the stadium section he goes. And then through the penultimate corner, he goes. And it's going to be a 28.1 second sector, but a 25.8 first sector, which is a massive first sector. Now up to the line, he's going to put up a 1:15.4.
As he heads through the S's of Sector 2, running on board with him. And through the last part of the S's, a little lift through here, and he's cutting the curve a lot. That might have been invalid for the Canadian driver, but he's going to continue on with the lap. Let's see. And it's a purple Sector 2, so that's an excellent line he took through there as he comes into the stadium section here. And running out the final few corners, don't lose traction over the curb. Heading into the penultimate corner, you have to commit to get as much speed as possible through there. And he keeps it to the right-hand side, taking the shortest distance and heading up to the line. Is it going to be pole position for Alan? And it's barely an improvement as he sets a 16.0. Going even quicker in the second sector, 27.9. The only driver to get into the 27s there. But as he rounds out the final corner, can the Audi driver get up to P1 as he heads up to the line? Is it going to be an improvement? And it is an improvement, but he only moves up to P3. And Alan is the only driver on the lap, I think. 26.1 first sector, not too good, but 20.0 second sector, so that he is up on Thax coming into the final sector, taking a lot of curb on the first apex of the stadium section, and going a bit deep there in the braking zone. I see a front wing on the ground. I don't know who that was, but heading up to the line, Alan, can he improve his position? Can he get ahead of his teammate Pedro up in P3? And he makes it past the Ferrari of Crackdev.
It's 27 laps of racing here around Mexico, and it will be... It's lights out and away we go. I didn't see the lights, so Thax gets a good start off the line. You can see Dungeon right behind him is there as well. As we tumble down through the start-finish straight, you can see all the drivers clumping up into one. As they go all the way down into turn one, Thax has a clear lead above the rest. As we go through turn 1, Thax is ahead of Dungeon and with a 6/10 gap. That is Thax clear ahead of the pack, but you can see behind Thax is just everyone clumping up in that first. Oh, the leaderboard is currently having a glitch, so let's continue on with it. Dungeon is still behind, and Ryan obviously in 3rd place now. Crackdev in 4th. He starting from 7th on the grid. He's now gone all the way up to 4th, which is a really good start from him. And Pedro obviously losing 3 positions at the start of this race. Unfortunate for him as we move on into the stadium section, as Thax in 1st, Dungeon in 2nd, Ryan in 3rd, Pedro in 4th, Alan in 5th, Crackdev now down to 6th, and Sot in 7th. Now, as we come round the final corner to start lap 2, Thax is your leader, and actually Pedro is dropped all the way down.
Oh, where is he? He's 16.
He's dropped all the way down.
What's happened there?
16.
Did he spin or flip
Not
or
quite
something?
sure.
His fastest
Maybe
lap is a
penalty
120.
into a flip. Yeah.
His fastest lap is a 120, so it got the slowest fastest lap. I don't know what's happened to him, but he has big problems. Oh, that's an LP in the wall.
Yeah, the keyboard warrior, should we say, is currently really doing everything he can to possibly try and stay ahead of this pack. Obviously, just spearheading the pack, trying to possibly catch up to Österlord right ahead. As HVSK really trying his best to stay ahead of Zyro and Crackdev behind. He needs to try and gain as many positions as possible so he can later in the race he doesn't need to survive as hard. Obviously just trying to score points for Williams.
Yeah, HVSK just losing the position there to Zyro, and maybe going to lose another position to Crackdev as well as we exit the S's. And I saw someone slowing down. Who was that? Was that an Audi maybe? Oh no, it wasn't. I'm not too sure what I saw, but yeah, HVSK really falling off now. Crackdev getting ahead of him, and Crackdev going to be looking to... Oh, Thax in the pit lane? Yeah, he is. Because that's quite an early pit stop.
Lane. Yeah.
Going to go on to the
lap
hard tires.
10, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he's trying to maybe do a 2-stop. I don't think he's going to try to go all the way.
No, he can go all the way.
Much.
He can... Yeah, he can go all the way easily on hard tires.
Yeah, obviously Ryan was a non-factor this race. He wasn't supposed to be in that position, but looking at his driving now, he might just be the Mexico maestro. As currently aiming for a podium in that V-carb. Obviously the V-carb's not being particularly loud within these first few races, but they've gotten a good showing.
Thax, what happened to Thax?
In one of the races. Oh, he's dropped behind. And I think he's gotten a penalty.
Oh, I think he might have been his first penalty. Sector 2. He spun in Sector 2, I think. Yeah, his Sector 2 was way slower than everyone else. So, I think that might have lost him the race victory just there. And we have a bit of a battle here, 4P5 between Österlord and Alan as we head into Sector 2. Alan is just behind the McLaren, following him closely through the S's. And he's right on his gearbox, and he actually... He's maybe pulling ahead as you come through the final part of the S's. And oh, Alan!
Oh, the snap of oversteer. He gets him too fast and too hard. And that might have just cost him the fight that could have been for 5th place. He now drops into the clutches of Crackdev just behind, and Zyro as well. Just hungry, those two hungry wolves trying to get extra positions if they can.
As he heads into the final sector, and I think this might be a good time to come in, but yeah, as he heads around the final corner, coming past the pit exit, on the pit entry, and he does come in. Does his teammate follow him in? Yes, he does. Happy in the BMW probably is going to follow him in as well. Oh no, he doesn't. He actually stays out, so...
Yeah, he stays out, so that's a new race leader here in Mexico. As you can see, Thax just hanging out in the background. It looks like he's the villain in here.
Yeah, Thax has come out ahead of both the Haas cars, but yeah, Dungeon is going to be gaining massively on Thax on those fresh soft tires.
As we go into the final lap, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we live for. This is what we do. As Stacks 4/10 ahead only of Dungeon and Sot, obviously trying to hang, just trying to probably pick up the pieces if anything happens, if anything huge happens to the both of them. Anyways, Stacks leading us away into the final lap, leading us away into the final sector, sector for the final time. Can he push under resilience to try and stay ahead of Dungeon here? And it may seem like it. It just seems so poetic. And in a moment's time, he's about to come through into the stadium section. You can see there Dungeon actually catching a little bit, and now through the stadium section into the hairpin.
Oh, Stacks got a penalty.
Stacks got a penalty. So Dungeon round the final corner, the unexpected winner onto the hard to the soft. He's gonna come round the final corner to win the Mexican Grand Prix. Stacks in a heartbreak. An unfortunate penalty cost him the race. Sot gonna come home in third. Happy gonna come in fourth. Ryan fifth. A great showing from the V-Carb.